Morning, everyone. Should be live now. We shall see. So, good morning, Franco, although you're probably asleep. Good morning, Gerald. How's everyone doing this morning? And good morning, Mr. JB. Yeah, he's probably napping, I'm assuming. Hopefully everyone is good. I want to show you guys something. I may or may not have cheated on you guys. I think I completed the board yesterday. I just couldn't wait. So that's what it looks like so far. If you guys see any mistakes, now's the time to tell me. But I think I'm done. I can label the OLED. These two are labeled. I used solder mask. I scraped away the solder mask for the lettering. It is now in my standard size. No, I refuse. Mounting hole specs. Put my logo upside down. No. Good to know. Put my logo front and back. There's a few 90-degree angles. Did you not see? So there's the... Oh. Turns out I did fix it? Huh. When I was shoving around stuff to put these things, the whatchamacallits, the vias, I guess it fixed it. Further down? No, it's fine. Actually, I could. So before, the reason I didn't was because this 3v3 line was right up on it. So no guarantees it won't end up in a sharper line though, a sharper corner. Grid needs to be about half of that. There you go. A little bit more keep out area there. There's a few more. Hang on, let me find you a good one. Actually, it looks like they're all gone. There's this weird Y trace. Does that count? I think I actually accidentally fixed them all. So I was pushing and pulling to sort of put more stuff down. see. Knew it would do that. There we go. Now we got a giant keep out area. You know what? I don't need the keep out area to be that big either. Or I mean the this stuff. I don't know if that's doable. 611 on Blue Sky. Are you part of the starter packs? I know Arturo made starter packs. If you're part of one, that could explain it. We have so much keep out area, guys. I think this is a bit excessive. No, yeah, we can't go any further. We're just like finessing traces for no damn reason. And go all the way up here. Look at the lack of copper. It won't let me do it because of the keep out zone. Won't let me drop it there. Okay. I think that's enough. Blue Sky feed is way better. Yeah. George Takei. I mean, that's the thing though. It's just it's whatever works for you. You do what works for you. If my being alive was a political issue, I would probably post about political stuff as well. You know what I mean, Jellybean? There we go. I think that's good enough. Blue sky, yeah, blue sky's better. We've read that. We've read that, Dan. Grid. There we go. So we've been able to get a lot more keep out area. All right, so this is saved, and then the view, that's what it looks like. I set the solder mask to black, so you can't really see the keep out area, but I think this is nice. And this follows my standard template as well. Also, I've had ideas for mounting these things. So I've been thinking of doing it on DIN rails. So this kind of stuff. So I would 3D print my own DIN rails, but these rails, these flat parts that stuff clip on, I would want it to be electrified. So this would be plastic, and then this would be a 5-volt rail, and that would be a ground rail. And that would sit in a holder or plastic base or something, and then you just clip your modules on and they're powered. There's lots of DIN rail. There are lots of DIN rail mounts. So it's probably going to be something like this. And my case is going to bolt onto that. And then that'll be it. Just have to see how it works. I think you can just like push the device. You know, if you push the device this way, it should stretch the spring enough and you should be able to lift it off from the number 1 there. So I think that's a good solution. And then I can make a half-size module, and that'll have a USB Type-C, and it'll power my entire rail. So the plan is to get brass strips. The only thing is the DIN rail spec is 1.5 millimeters. I would need, the brass strips I can find is 2 millimeters thickness. And actually that reminds me, I did want to check to see if a 2 millimeter piece of brass would fit. So I think I've got it in this box. Give me a second here. My voice just cracked. So this is a DIN rail mount. I don't... It's broken though, damn it. Because that looks like a pretty precise fit. I might need like really 1.5 millimeter thick stuff. This is a DIN rail mount for a relay. Oh, here's a non-broken one. So I need to get something 2 millimeters thick and jam it in there and see if it'll fit. PCB is thinner than 2 millimeters. Wait. Did I just get my solution? Do I just make a PCB rail? Because I think this is 1.6. Oh, that is tight. I think PCB is 1.6 mil. I definitely need thinner than a PCB. Okay, back to brass strips. This is the relay that goes on there, in case you're wondering. It says it's Omron, but look at the play in the case. That's not Omron quality. Okay, so I have to find like 1.5 millimeter whatchamacallit stuff. It's not gonna work with the thicker stuff. Okay, so anyways, that's gonna be a design challenge. We might design the case today. I'm like exhausted today, so I'm not sure how much patience I'll have. We can technically stream a little bit longer because Rose got something else going on. So here is the temp sensor one. I think this is finished, but now I want to put the new text style that I use over here. So let's it's front silk, it's back silk. Alright, so, and I'll probably remove the text from here. I'll put it somewhere else. Do I have both KiCad instances? No, I don't. Front mask. Temp. It's way too big. Wait. What mask is this on? View 3D viewer. It's written backwards. What the hell? There we go. front mask. Three hours of sleep again. God damn. What's going on, guys? Why are we so tired? I know we turned off the AC here to save money. And yesterday was boiling hot. The day before was hot as well. I think although the air temp is dropping, the ground temp is still pretty high. Sensor. Let's go to. And then combiner. You slept poorly. Interesting. What is going on? The only person sleeping well is Franco. You have no AC? How? I would die. I would literally die. Horizontal center. Why does it do that? Align, distribute, horizontal center. It's been over 25 senior office for 2 months. You have bad sinus infections. Oh, damn. Oh, nice. They're looking into your ticket. I will straight up say, if I didn't have AC, I think I would just die. Uh, 3D viewer. There we go. So this will be like the standardized template. It's going to look just about like this on every one of them. Yesterday at the start of the stream, I had some new people in. which was nice, don't get me wrong. Yeah, it was insane this summer. So yeah, there's some new people in the stream, which was nice, don't get me wrong. But they were saying, like, oh, you should do this, you should do this, you should do this. And I was like, well, the thing is, this is open source. So when it's released, you can make the changes and then just let me know on socials, and then I'll share it. And that was the last I heard of them. You had vacation most of that time? Yeah. I just think global warming is getting worse and worse and worse, and we are going to bite the bullet on this stuff. The temperature extremes, the everything. We are... I think people say it... I think the kids say it best. I think we're cooked. If I had kids, I would be worried about them. Or worried for them. I think that looks good. It's gonna be bad for the kids, yeah. Definitely going to be bad. What did I order, by the way? I ordered some stuff yesterday. It's the Choice Day sale on AliExpress, which it seems like every couple of months they have a sale. Ordered another RP2350B. Ordered some RFID stuff. I have a project coming, which was a special request from someone very special. Some pre-crimped Stemma QT compatible things. Ordered some AMS 1117s in 5 and 3.3 volts. Ordered some USB Type-C connectors, going to practice soldering that. Then the other day I got those new displays, some SD card adapters. I don't think I decided on a real-time clock yet. But yeah, got some stuff coming in the mail. Do you guys have kids? Gerald, Johnny, do you guys have kids? My wife and I just never ever had the want for kids, which is a great combination. It's good that both of us are on the same page. Render current view with ray tracing. Oh my god. Ray traced board. Are you kidding? That's a bit intense, isn't it? No kids, inner child to contend with? Yeah, me too. My students used to ask me how come I didn't have kids, and I said, well, there's this amount of you every damn semester that I have to deal with. So that makes sense. Now I have the comment section because I lost my college job. never be had again. Have you seen, Gerald, that our dear provincial leader is trying to cut 10,000 post-secondary jobs? So it's not only have I lost my job, but it ain't ever coming back. For never ever. Clearance. Yep. Chat, we're cooked. That's it. That's what the kids say. So, is there a way to measure this radius, or do I just need to take the stats? Might have to just print a radius gauge. Might make my radius a lot smaller in CAD for the prototype. Yeah, we're cooked. 100% we're cooked. Whatever. Don't blame me. I didn't vote for him. And I don't mean I didn't vote, because a lot of Ontarians did not vote. I voted, just not for him. I literally wish my ballot said anybody but him. Because that's what I would have voted for. Well, I think they've got momentum. I think that's the issue. There are nefarious groups who are now emboldened because they have the momentum. I think also it's been a long time of defunding education, and that's what you get when you have uneducated people. That's what happens. But like, what can I do? I'm just making little islands, I guess, with this. At least I have my parents' cottage that I can use as a bug out bunker. Shit, it's the fan. I could survive off eating bass. I don't. So I think there's an element of stupidity, but do not attribute to stupidity what can be attributed to malice. In this case, I know that the saying is backwards, but I do believe the stupidity is being abused by malicious actors. I don't know if that makes sense. Actually, I can go right up to the edge there. There we go. Got a little bit more expansion area. Again, I don't know if it's all stupidity. I don't think we can say it's all stupidity. Sorry, but I don't think so. This is a sophisticated tool. There we go. Stretch the keep out area as much as I can. Maybe I'll add another corner here. Create corner. Create corner here. There we go. That's about as much as I can do. I can drag this down though. Just trying to give my antenna as much help as it can. There we go. Back copper still good. What song? Share with the class. Maybe then we'll all be stuck with your song. I've also got a song stuck in my head, but it's probably more embarrassing than yours. You guys ever hear of Blue Strips? Runaway by Aurora. Don't think I know that one. Blue Strips plays on the radio. Oh, I can just use this browser still. Hold on. I'm gonna mute it. Runaway Aurora. All right. Try not to copyright strike. Okay. And then the other one is Come Undone by Duran Duran. Okay. Back to here. Okay, I think you'll all agree I did my best to get as much keep out area as possible. Considering this board is for Raspberry Pi RP2040, but it is going to be compatible. Wait, is this one compatible with S3? Uh-oh. You'll give it a spin on the brake. You'll it takes some getting used to. Let me just put it this way. Is it compatible? No. It is not. Oh, wait. It mounts on the bottom. It is compatible. Because it mounts on the bottom. So that means TX and RX are the top two, which are not used. Then I've got 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. Yeah, it is compatible with ESP32S3. Is it compatible with ESP32C3? This is the Super Mini. Not compatible with Super Mini. It has to be 0 boards. Plus, I believe the Super Mini is a different form factor. Very slightly. Yeah, Super Mini is offset this way. Or, I guess 0 is offset this way. So 0 is very, very slightly longer. The RP2040 Super Mini only has one button. It doesn't have the reset. So, not a fan of Super Mini. I am all in on the 0 boards. What's this? Is it Super Mini form factor or 0? This one's completely different. Small seed boards are pin for pin. All the small seed boards. Do I have the Shio boards? Ugh. Let's see. So no, this won't be pin compatible. It will not. Hard to read the pins here. Okay, so this side, right? No, this side. Wait, I'm so confused. I'm so lost here. Hang on. Got my why Grove is popular as it could be. Okay, let me see. From the front. No. Is there a boot button actually? Because there's nothing stopping you from mounting it upside down. But your 5 volt is not going to be in the right spot. Where is the... Wait. 5 volt ground 3. Actually, if you mount it upside down, it might be. So it might be actually compatible if you mount it upside down. Which I think is brutal. Like, I hate how everything has a different standard. But it is what it is. The Seeed Studio boards look really cool. Like, look at this. It's like a ESP32 cam, essentially. S3, right, with the camera. Look how tiny this package is. They look great. This would make a fantastic doorbell camera. I don't know if the resolution is high enough. Oh my God. So it probably is. Seed has reached out before. They wanted to send me these Xiao. I don't know how to pronounce this. How to pronounce here so you guys can hear it.
Xiao.
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 It's like a meow, but it's a xiao.
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 Xiaoya.
Xiaoya. That's weird.
Xiao.
Mjolnir? Johnny? Okay. Anyways, Xiao. These boards do look cool, and they wanted to send me some, but at the time I was like, I'm like, honestly, I don't know. I'm not an ESP32 developer, and I guess I could have just grabbed it and used AI, but it is what it is. The thing is, these companies send me, like, you know, $20 things. Good morning, ITT. They send me like $20 boards and they expect like a $500 video out of it. So they usually, they don't require, but they ask that I do like a project. And it's like, dude, if I'm doing a project, I'm doing it for PCBWay, because PCBWay pays me more than 20 bucks worth of product that I can't trade for food, you know? The big difference though is like companies like M5 Stack, they are cool. Like, look at this shit. Look at this. Tiny. Apollo sent you $300 worth of stuff. Who's Apollo? And here's the M5C3U. Like, these things are cool. Do you know M5 has a laser engraver? Pretty freaking awesome. Your morning was at midnight. I've been up. They do Home Assistant compatible stuff. Oh, nice. I love stuff. Like, don't get me wrong. If you tell me you're going to send me a robot, I'll take it. However, at this point, I need some paid sponsors. Because groceries ain't getting cheaper. They're getting more and more pricey every day. It's 2 p.m. right now. You must be 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. Definitely in Central Europe. It should be 2 p.m. for Johnny Bergdahl as well. UK is 5 p.m. So, anyways, point is, yes, they keep Seed Studio with the Xiao stuff. They keep wanting to send me stuff, but I was just like, I'm not a developer. Now that I'm, like, I've ventured into RP 2040, but next is the ESP, so essentially I'm going to be an ESP developer in no time. Also, I have to say, I did 10 days in a row of learning to code. It's getting much more challenging now, so if you'll see the progress on my social media posts, it'll be a lot less. The steps are going to be a lot less, because this morning I finished a workshop. The workshop is like a guided put in practice of the code, and then they throw you right into a lab, and a lab is no guidance. It's, here's the customer's requirements, good luck. So the lab I spent probably like 40 minutes on, and it was like not even half done. So it's going to take a while. The CSS course is going slowly. I figure I'll probably have about a month of CSS at 1 to 1.5 hour sessions per day. And then God knows how long the JavaScript's going to take. So essentially I've got learning in my future the whole time. 10 days in a row though. So I think I'm going to make a YouTube channel post when I get to 14 days. That's 2 whole weeks. Celebrate my victories. But for now, I'm going to want to take a break for washroom, and I guess I'll top up my coffee. We won't have Franco putting the girl with the banana 24-hour video, whatever that is. You don't use the 24-hour system. I mean, AM PM is It is what it is. They make watches that do a whole 24-hour sweep. Anyways, coffee time. I will be right back. Yeah, that's what I said, the girl with the banana. Okay, I guess that was weird. So I usually flip the main switch off my lav mic, because this is my, if you're a new viewer here, you may not know this, but this lav mic takes double A's, and double A's don't last very long, so I have a 18650 going into a buck board, going down into the lav mic pack, and then I have a 18650 charger board to deal with the charging. So this lasts, like, I can do 2 full days of streaming, and I have another battery slot. But anyways, usually I flip off this main connector when I go upstairs, just in case I forget to mute on OBS. And when I turn it back on, it usually turns back on, but this one didn't. So let me try it again. I'll see if it works. So going dark in 3, 2, 1. Seems to work this time. Weird. Yeah, I hacked it. Could have made a PCBWay project out of it, but honestly, hot glue, this thing works really well. And I can have a second cell. I can just like yoink this cell out and put the other one back in, and I'm pretty proud of this. It's, you know, it's bulkier. Obviously, I'd love it to be this size, but I mean, the other solution would be to buy a 14500 size lithium cell with a AA, like made for AA's, but this works. And by the way, this was sent by a Patreon supporter. I don't know if he's still a Patreon. He's had a rough go, so he may not be a Patreon anymore, but it doesn't matter. I appreciate his support. Appreciate all my Patreons. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, Daryl. And actually, Johnny Bergdahl, don't think I didn't notice that you became a channel member like a week ago, something like that. So yeah, appreciate the support, folks. Okay, so yes, I am compatible. So tonight I'm gonna export those 2 PCBs and send them off to be made. I feel like, yeah, no. I think you were a while ago, before. So this project, which I was happy with, is going to be way better. You only support people that live stream. I mean, that makes sense. You're a live streaming fanboy. So yeah, I was happy with this project, but now with a standardized case, which by the way I should work on, going to be way better. Also, this needs to go back here. There we go, back up there. All right, so I think I'm going to try some FreeCAD. FreeCAD can be frustrating. I'm just learning it. It's way faster to use Fusion, but I still don't know how to use Fusion after their destruction of their software for the free users. I'll switch you guys in a second here. All right, so if I go new, I think it's the part workbench. Let me just save this. Save as 3D projects, and all right. So here it goes. You could use a frustrated demo. Sion is not live streaming. Yes, what is going on with Sion? He's got some stuff going on. Right? Like something is not right. So let's start by, okay, I'm in the part design workbench, so that's the right thing. Can you rename this? Rename. We'll start with the base. Okay, start a new sketch up here on the XY plane. Okay, now the problem with FreeCAD is on Fusion you have like a grid here, and when you drop a line onto the grid, it allows you to, like, that anchors that line, that like makes the parameter, that gives you the coordinates of that line. You cannot do this. You can't do this in FreeCAD. So what are my overall sizes? I wanted, and oh yeah, the other thing is on Fusion, I think from the inside out, and in FreeCAD you have to think from the outside in, like your total shape, and then chip away at it. So yeah, it's a little bit weird. Anyways, let's go with a rectangle, and then you can change to centered rectangle, grab the center point. Okay, but now since I grabbed the center point, now this rectangle is going to be well defined. So I said it was 50 by 75, I think. 50 by 75. Okay, yeah, so look, fully constrained. So we've got this. So anybody knows what's going on with Sion? He dropped into BitLooney's stream. Let me check his Discord live streams. Yeah, no, he just says no stream this week, folks. Saza, I think that means sorry in Australian. Hopefully next week. So, don't know. Oh, shit. Back to screen. Hold on, I need my dopamine. Okay, my day 8 of coding post has gotten a shit ton of views. And by a shit ton, I mean 50, which is a lot for me. Business is bad. Yeah, I know. The tariffs kind of screwed him. Okay, so now, as I said, you have to think from the outside in. So now, let me just, I just need a placeholder board. So like, this is our board. In fact, our board is a little bit more like this, but that's okay. It started earlier. Oh, that sucks. So now we need to gauge our full thickness. So how far up does the bottom half need to be? And so typically you would measure this from like there, and then I'm going to give some space. Oh, that's in, why is it in inches? So it's 15 mils. We're going to give it more space than 15 mils. We're going to go 20 mils. So the box is probably going to be about 20 millimeters up, like so. And that's from this lip here. Well, yeah. In fact, I haven't bought a single unexpected maker item, and I'll tell you exactly why I have not bought anything unexpected maker is because I have never built something that I deemed worthy of spending like $30 on a microcontroller. The thing is, this year I bought Arduino stuff, and it's a big regret. it's not great. I really should have bought some unexpected maker stuff instead. Okay, so this is 20 mil, but then we also need to go up 1.7 mil, so 21.7, and then we need to add a little bit more to contain the top. So let's go 23. So 23, that'll make a nice little lip. So up 23. Okay, so here we're done on this. Close. So that's our sketch. And we grab this sketch. Oops. Okay, and then you add a pad. So a pad is like an extrusion. Okay, length, it'll be 27. Oh, we forgot the base. We need like a millimeter underneath to make some base. Okay, so 28. Okay. So there we've got our shape. So that's our basic shape. Now we need to cut out a spot for the board, but just the board. So then we're going to go make a sketch, put on this plane. Oh wait, no, I did it wrong. Cancel. Grab this plane, make a sketch. Now we're on here. Now a few of his boards don't do much. Yeah, exactly, me too. I will start doing some ESP32 dev right now, but the issue is his boards are like the Cadillac. And by Cadillac, that's not a good... His boards are like Mercedes. And my projects are more like, I don't know, trash. Right, now this is where I got lost before, but you have to project. So your sketch is just on this plane, but it has no features. You have to project the features. So you click that button and you project these. And now you have these lines as part of your thing. So now you can reference this surface. It's very strange. Okay, so our board is, let's measure it. Should be pretty exact. Here, for ease of measurement, you do horizontal only. I'll go edge cuts. Oh, it doesn't work for measurements. So 45, it's 45 by 45 by 70. Okay, and I always leave 0.1. So we're going to go centered rectangle, 45 by 70. I wish that would just, okay, 45 by 70. And there we go. And then I'd like to round the corners. Trying to remember how to round the corners. Let's create an arc. Because you could do a rounded rectangle, but you can't center it. Actually, you know what? I'll try it that way. Delete this. Do the rounded rectangle. Okay, this is a bit more complicated. So 45 by 70. Actually, we want 45.2. 45.2 by 70.2. Okay, and then the R is going to be like R3. Okay. So now we can take this thing and constrain, hang on, this and these. Hold on. This is a little bit complicated. So you want to constrain symmetric. So this to, hold on, do I have to bring in my plane? This and this symmetric to this? Nope. Oh my god. Welcome back. First gen Tiny Pico with a bunch of stuff. Feather S3. Yeah. This. This, and then this to this. Can't. How do I do this again? String block equal. Is it this? This? No. It's over constrained. So the other issue is, okay, this is not constrained, which is good. Sometimes it auto snaps and it's very weird. Okay, so can I grab both of these and make them symmetrical to this? And then grab both of these and make them symmetrical to this. No. Okay, hold on. Symmetric. This and this to this. Okay, that works. It's the points. And this and this to this. There we go. We got it. ESQIXL. Okay, that's good. And this I'm not confident. I'm gonna make 2mm. It just has to fit. I can tune it after. Okay, so that's done. And now we're going to carve. Okay, so that's already selected. We're going to make a hole, a pocket of 3mm. And that's good. Okay, so now our board is sitting on here. And now we want to make a sketch. Oh, no, no. Cancel. take this, make a sketch on top. Okay, so now we want to make a, bring our geometry in. Oh, I don't remember these controls. I set this to Tinkercad, which I thought was... Oh, this is annoying. Okay, anyways. Bring in our geometry. The view is so weird. All right, brought in our geometry. Done. Okay, so now is there an offset? I forgot. Slot. Okay, what I think I'll do is rounded rectangle and R, let's go 1.5. Okay. And then you take this and you do dimension, right? We want this like 1 millimeter away. Okay. This to this, 1 millimeter away. This to this, 1 millimeter away. This to this, 1 millimeter away. Fully constrained. Okay, that's good. Now I need to put holes. So you can grab these measurements and move them, but it does get a little cluttered. So I need to make the holes for my standoffs. Maybe we'll just create a feature after. Let's do things one at a time. Okay, and then we're going to make a pocket. And this we said 20 mil. So far, that's what that looks like. Okay, there we go. So we have a 1 millimeter border for our board to sit in. And our lid will have that same, it'll fit like on top slash in, it'll key into there, essentially. We can fillet the edges. We can do all that later. All right. So now we need the bosses for our M3 standoff, like heat set inserts. My God, I would be already done on Fusion, by the way. And I'll rename this to base 20 millimeters, because it's going to be the depth of the pocket. Okay, so let's go measure up our parts that we need for the M3 standoffs. Do I have... I don't know where my M3 standoffs are. That'll be a good question. Heat set inserts. Okay. Here's the M3 by 4 by 5. So we need 5.16. Let's go 5.15 diameter circles to make these hold. Okay, so we're gonna grab this, make a sketch. We're going to bring in our geometry. Okay, if you hit this, you go back to the way you were. Oh shit, I'm not on screen. Okay, so we know for a fact that our hole mounting is 37 by 62. So if I go here, turn on construction geometry, and then we make a rectangle, centered rectangle. And now we're just needing 37 by 62. That'll center our holes. 37 by 62. Okay, so that is our hole center, fully constrained. And now we need 5.15 diameter, circle by center. Is it diameter? Yes. Okay, so it's 5.15. Oh, that should not be construction geometry. Oh. How do you, okay. You know what? We won't fight it. We'll just do it. 5.15. What just happened? So I think sometimes it decides that it's like nanometers because it makes tiny stuff sometimes. So under constrained. How can this be under constrained? Oh, there's okay. Yeah, it made a circle. It's so weird. 5.15. It made a tiny, tiny circle that I just couldn't see. .15. 5.15. There we go. Yeah, ghost circle. essentially. Okay, and now we need to make a boss that's bigger than this. Now, here's where I don't know if my extrusions will work. So let me just do this the way I would do it in Fusion. So that would be 7.15. This is how I do it in Fusion. And in fact, you know what? I think I will... .65. Just want to cover that whole corner. So yeah, here's how I do it in Fusion. I'm going to check if it's the same here. 7.65. We're still constrained. We're still good. 7.65. 7.65. Okay, because I don't know if I'll have to extrude the whole thing and then cut pockets. We'll have to see. Okay, so let's see. Fully constrained, we're good. Can I just grab... Oh, please no. Okay, this and this. Okay, what happens if I do a pad? Okay, that does work. Does work. Cancel. This and this. Oops, it's control. Can't do shift. Very hard to maneuver when the highlighting is all over the place. This and this. This and this. See if it gets confused. This and this. Okay, what happens if I pad this now? It's working. And we're going up 20. You have the Whopper. Nice. One of my favorite fishing lures is called the Whopper. The Whopper Plopper. Okay, so that works. Okay. And essentially, I want to print this and have the boards in hand to do modifications before we go any further. Didn't like Sion's his firmware. I have nothing to say. My firmware would be crap tier. Okay, so essentially this is where I'm leaving it. Oh my god, what the hell just... Okay, my perspective had shifted there. This is how it's going to stay for now. I just need to test see if it worked. It's from a movie, isn't it? The Whopper? Whopper? Okay, so we're going to print this. It should fit on the Voron V0. Oh my god. I have a stack of my component boxes right now. I have to go put them somewhere where they won't fall over. Over here. They might fall over. Okay, so this is what, Pet G in here? I guess we're making it out of Pet G. Hackers? Hackers movie. Did I watch this? Wait, I think I watched this. Did I watch this? I don't remember if I've seen it. Luke from Linus Tech Tips. He recommended it, I think. If I'm not mistaken. One of the effects is the Rick. You can use that to make the Whoop. Can you tell me how to pronounce it? Is it Whopper or Whoper? So 1 or 2. Whopper 1, Whoper 2. What am I doing again? Oh yeah, I'm gonna open Cura, which is gonna take like half an hour. And of course, burger. Warper. Oh wait, Whopper, like the burger, not like the word burger. Whopper. Gotcha. And for sure, Johnny is going to scream at me for using Cura instead of Prusa Slicer. For sure. We're on 0.2. Back to screen. Oh yeah, so you can export on here. You select this. Here, I'll send you the naughty chair for a moment. Select this. How do you do this again? No, file, export. Yep, save. You're Ultimaker user. Well, that's just something I didn't know about you. Hey, I don't know about you, but you're like 52 or something like that. No, I don't remember where I saved all this shit. Here, I guess you guys can be on the screen. Lab standard case in STL is pretty big, but I'm gonna do a fast, extra fast. Bottom layers, top layers. Discard changes. You think YouTube won't like the word Whopper? And then we're gonna, okay, PTG. That's good. Slice that ish. How long is this? 1 hour and 49 minutes. I'm probably gonna crank the speed up on the printer. Save to disk. Save. Gotcha. Screen. You know what I was thinking? Tell me if this is a dumb idea. But I was thinking of getting, or here, let me put a poll. I'll put a poll after because some of you are just going to answer before. I'm thinking of getting a KVM box that lets you share your keyboard and mouse and monitor with another computer and just use my laptop as my work computer while I'm streaming, and then switch to my PC when I need to control the stream. So the stream will be on my PC, but everything I do will not be. What do you think of that? Let's put a poll up before I... Oh, hold on, I don't have access to my lab standard. No. Documents, yeah, there, open. KVM plus laptop for streaming. Good idea. Yes. No. I don't know enough. There we go. Answer the poll. I wish I could afford a Prusa XL. It's just too much. Preheat. And also, I am very sorry. I don't have a webcam set up on the other printer. Actually, I could have a webcam set up on the other printer. Webcam. Different screen, but you do have a keyboard and mouse switcher. Interesting. Let me... Oh my god, this would have been a disaster. I have stuff stuck everywhere. Okay, let me push this. Hang on a sec here. I'm getting you guys a view of the Voron. This is a hell of a frickin' arm for this. But yes, I will get you a view of the Voron. Hey, how's it going, Franco? How was your nap? Okay. Hold on, just trying not to make everything in my setup fall here. Okay. Unclip this. Let these hang for now. That's fine. Okay, how do I... This is going to be bad, guys. The Voron will eventually get its own webcam. God knows I have enough of them kicking around here. But that eventuality is not for right this moment. Okay. Also, don't know if my shelf can bear any more load, but we're all about to find out together. Come on. All right, clamp this down. Ooh. Okay, loosen this up. Loosen this up. Also, if this camera falls, it's going to be both tragic and hilarious because, hang on a sec, because it'll fall on the 3D printer, thus ruining the print and possibly the printer. So that should be some added fun. Okay, like so, and like so. Like so. Okay, let's start by that and see what it looks like. Okay. All right, you guys ready? Should properties C920 is there. Oh. Okay. So let's transform, rotate 180. Okay. So I'll get you a better view. How's it going, Front? Okay, let's drop this down a little bit. I literally bought this equipment to do this sort of stuff with. Okay, problem is now this is going to hit my printer. Did I ever tell you this is not the easiest thing to do while attempting to live stream? Oh boy. That's putting too much strain. That's going to sag over time. Okay. Let's see what that looks like. I mean, that's good enough, right? So I can adjust this down a little bit. Okay, you know what? I'm going to just delete the sandwich. Can I just delete this? Remove. Yes, remove my sandwich text. I can even crop this a little bit. You know what? Maybe I should start the print before I do anything else. Because right now it's like heated. Print. I also haven't cleaned the bed, so is this gonna stick? I don't know. Also, where's my little wire brush to clean the nozzle? Nowhere to be seen, as always. As freaking always. There we go. Okay, now I'm not sure if it's sagging. So I apologize, but I have to tighten the screws to make sure it doesn't sag. So it's gonna wiggle. Oh boy, that's scary. Okay, no, it's not even close. Okay, barely purged any filament. Sorry it's gonna wiggle a bit. I'm just tightening all the joints, hoping it won't come crashing down. Oh, there we go. Okay, what's the view now? Still good. Okay, are we dragging filament? No, not yet. I'll let it do the first layer, and then I will, and then I'll mess with it. Let me crop this, transform. Can I crop? Edit, transform. Yes. Crop. This cropping is going to take forever. Let's go 200. Crop. No, more. 300. Oh, wait. Oh, it's rotated. I'm cropping the wrong side. Oh, you bastard. Right. 200. 400. 450. Good. Bottom. 200. 300. No, I'm cropping the wrong side again. Crop 0. Top. Okay. There we go. How's that look? Close. We are printing. Flashing light is annoying. I know. You know why though? It's because I haven't set it in. There we go. I haven't set it in code to do anything. There we go. Close. So once it does the first couple layers, yeah, don't stick around on this shit show for no reason. If you need to sleep, go sleep. So what was I saying? Yeah, once it does the first layer, I'm going to go into the control panel and give her with like a... This really improves if I block some of the light. Give me a second here. I will make it go like faster. Just increase the speed. How can I make a shade to be like this so you guys can see better? I need tape and I need a piece of card. Oh, how about an actual card? Look, I got a playing card. Let's see if this works. Oh, it does, sorta. It won't stay there, though. I don't have any Scotch tape. I do have painter's tape. Yeah, I'll see you on the next one, ITT. Don't worry about me. Okay, so does that work? Oh, that looks way better. That looks way better. Okay, I'm gonna put another piece of tape. Tactical light shield. Would be better if it was something black and not white to reflect more, but whatever. There we go. Just got to make sure that the spool is not hitting anything. No, it is not. What's the bottom layer look like? Looks like it's a little close to the bed. Whatever. Should be fine. Okay, so that's going. Do you guys hear it? It's pretty quiet. I love my Voron. It's by far my best printing machine. So there we go. I totally want to build a bigger Voron. It's not in the budget. Definitely not in the budget. Which is sad. But there's always next year. Did you notice we did like all these live streams? You're slightly deaf at the high end. Oh. I definitely have quite a bit of hearing loss. Comes with the territory of being in a trade. It is what it is. What was I doing now? Oh yeah, I guess we can try to tune this. You're deaf in your right ear. So I think one of my ears hears better. And it's because when you have impacting tools, you're standing right up on the car. And so your head tilts naturally to either one side or the other, and as a mechanic. And so you always lose hearing. So like if your head tilts this way, you lose hearing in your right more than your left. And this way, it's vice versa. Very common characteristic for tradespeople. What do we do now? So the PCBs have been designed. We've done the 3D CAD. We're about to, maybe we'll do one more layer on the bottom there, and then we'll boost the printer speed. Just gotta make sure it goes down well. Definitely not recording a video with the 3D print going. By the way, it's a little weird, huh? Because you can't see. I don't think I use this corner a lot, so let's put it in that corner. There we go. Is it all the way to the edge? It is. I can transform it more. Transform, edit, transform. The right. Go 500. 550. 600. That works good. Close. There we go. That should be about right. You have something else to do at the same time. Did a hearing test. Results: spent too much time in discos in your youth. There's no sound limits back then. I don't know if there's sound limits today either. Maybe in Europe. Deep diving. Wow. You've led an adventurous life. Oh, I just stepped on the USB, and if I step on it, it's gonna pull the camera down. You have laws now? I don't know if we have laws here. We have workplace laws, and I guess people work at the venues, so there's that. Stupid kid stuff, yeah. Yeah, well, kids do dumb things. That's kind of their motto. That's their jam. Oh yeah, there is something we can do. We need to clean up the code for both the temperature and the I2C scanner because I want to make it so that I'm proud to release it. Therefore, we need to clean up the code. I need to go to the washroom first though. And since we're not doing anything at this moment, it's a good time to do that. This was already out. So enjoy the 3D printer. I'm gonna be right back. There we go. Someone was here to link Girl with the Banana today. Can always get sponsored by BetterHelp. I mean, they would have to want to sponsor me first. That is non-trivial. So let's see here. When it's done this layer, I'm gonna boost the speed of the 3D printer, and then we're gonna do some coding. At least cleaning up the code, because I need it to be human readable and beginner friendly. Let's make sure this finishes this layer, and then we're going 150% speed. Why, thank you. Finish this layer. All right. Boost mode time. 150%. Here we go. Ooh, pierogies. We bought a steak for like the first time in a very long time. We bought like it's Australian AA strip steak, which apparently is not a very good cut, but it doesn't matter. We just haven't had steak in so long, and it was about $15 a kilo, as opposed to the regular price for that shit cut. It was usually like $25, $28 a kilo. So yeah, good price at Walmart, in case you're wondering, Gerald, if you have the same. But the sale's ending in a couple days, because today's Tuesday, isn't it? Tuesday. What did I want to get? Arduino IDE. Tuesday in it. Later. All right. Screen, and I should be able to turn on. Oh no, do I have to do the whole transform all over again? Transform, rotate 180. Chicken and vegetable pie. Very nice. Very nice. 100, right? Like 550. Bottom, like 50, and top. Let's go 250 and 450. There we go. Should be nice there. Look at that thing go. Should be a pretty simple print. I don't think it will have failures printing this fast. All right, so let's eat a fruit. Yeah, I don't know why it says I squared C. I think that we're constructing the object. I don't know. I don't know what this does. So that's BMP 280 stuff. Start of OLED stuff. that's good. Maybe I should use the space library for missions. Oh yeah, look at that thing go. It's flying. I'm just watching the I'm watching the print. Maybe I can yeet it a little bit this way. Get a little bit more space. There we go. Bigger. Since Franco was watching on tiny resolution anyways. You went this morning for shopping? Is that why your nap lasted longer? Okay. That's good. Don't work. Hold on a sec. Properties. Configure video. No autofocus. That looks about right. Auto exposure, apply, okay. There we go, that looks good to me. Your youngest great nephew starts grade 7. Wow. How old are you, Gerald, if you don't mind me asking? Okay, so BMP, read temperature. Short delay to make sure we aren't asking too much of our sensors code. And to let everything stabilize. Feel free to use without delay. $62, almost 63. Interesting. My parents are old. They're in their 70s. My audience tends to skew slightly older. Electronics is not a young person's game, I guess. I feel like I screwed something up on my box because I don't think it was supposed to be this. I don't think the base was supposed to be this thick. You're more than 18? 105 this year. Wow. That's old. Your mom lived through better times and worse times than us. Get the temperature data and store it in a variable called temp. Get the pressure data and store it in a variable called pressure divide the pressure data by 100 to get HPA instead of KPA. Yeah. Yep. Life always gets worse, not better. Yeah, for sure. I think right now it's trending worse, for sure. Okay, so we need to adjust the alignment of this. All downhill from the age of 17. Yikes. So I don't know what made my base so thick. This should be 3 millimeters. So the first, how deep is the first pocket? 3 millimeters. Then this pocket is 20 millimeters. So 3 and 20. 3 and 20. So that's 23. What's the 28? So 3 and 20, that makes 5. Should have been 3 and 20 and 2. So it should be 25, so I can fix that right away. 25. There we go. So the base won't be so thick now. Yeah, of course, if you're ultra rich, if you're ultra rich, you're immune to everything. Okay, so that should fix this weird thick base that we have up there by changing the original pad value. So that's good. This is all learning process, by the way. This is what it's all about. Let's see what the dashboard says. It says there's 53 minutes left on the print. Hang on, getting my dopamine hit there, looking at my... just getting my dopamine hit on social media. No worries. Someone on Threads is commenting. Yeah, I hope that my wife and I end up just above the cut for survival. I don't know if this print is going so well. If I go to second cam, transform 180. Edit transform. I have to do my crops again. But let's just crop. Is there a way to crop? You know what? I'll just zoom instead. There we go. I don't know, guys. We'll see if it works. This is like super fast also. It's just printing like fast enough to test to see if it'll work. Oops. Back to there, back to here. Okay. So we need to upload this code because we need to mess with this to set cursor. 2:1. Two to one pixel scale for nice big letters, text, white text. Pixels XY to start. Write the word temp. Oh, right. No. Write the value of temp into the buffers. Pixels XY to start writing. Write the value of press to the buffer. Send all. Send the buffer to the screen and display it. Okay, so yeah, we just need to fix essentially like the display. It just needs to display beautifully, and then we're good. So if I go back to webcam. All right, so we'll use this guy as our test bed. We need the OLED back. Thank you very much, Lee. Okay, and then on the same I2C bus, we're going to use this guy, VCC and ground. VCC and ground. And clock is going to be orange. And SDA is going to be brown because I don't have a yellow. Okay, plug this into the Brot board. Orange with orange. And brown with yellow. Okay, let's send this over just so we can align the display. Where is my... All right, boot. Das Boot. And send it. Actually, I didn't change anything. Why did I do that? Oh, whatever. Sorry, we're here uploading. All right, done. Head back to here. All right, what's this look like? Okay. We just need to shove everything over to the left and then put a C and put a HPA down here. I don't know if I'll have enough space for the HPA, but we'll see. And I think, yeah, this does work. All right, so need to shove everything over. Oh, no problem. You didn't miss much. You missed I test things telling me that our currency is going to be worth nothing. Legit giving me anxiety because it's a non-zero possibility. Okay, so XY will go 0, 0 and 0, 33. Display, set cursor. Zero, let's go 50. F, Oops, capital F. It'll be the same worldwide. Yeah, well, doesn't it doesn't quell my anxiety. C, okay. Add C to represent Celsius. B. Let's go 50, 33. Right. HPA to represent what's HPA? Hectopascals? HPA. Pascals. Yeah, hectopascal. Oh, sorry guys. Why be anxious? It's not a why, it's I can't control my anxiety. Anxiety isn't logical. I need another screen to just show my OBS on. Boot. Upload, see what that looks like. I would love to be able to control my anxiety, but it is what it is. Something went wrong. This is not far enough. I'll go 70. But I don't know what happened there. If it's still broken, I'll show you. So 70 over 33 down. Okay, wait, there was some red text there. What is this? Port reset. Okay, interesting. Something is wrong here. Oh, wait. It's 64 by 128. Oh, this is why. Oh, idiot. Every time. 70. This needs to go more. 90. Every time. X, then Y. Do it again. Upload. Oh boy, good thing I have something moving on the screen for you guys to look at. Instead of me screwing up my X and Y coordinates. You have panic attacks in crowded places. I only had one panic attack in my life. And it was when I had a final paper to write in an exam. And I just couldn't get myself to do it. I emailed my professor something like an hour before the deadline. And I said, I'm not able to do it. And my anxiety's through the roof. The professor said, don't worry, take the weekend, so an extra 2 days, and turn it in on Monday and everything will be fine. And I said, no, when I told you I couldn't do it, my anxiety subsided, it went away. But the thought of me doing it on the weekend just gave me anxiety again, so I have to not do it. I appreciate you, but I can't do it. And that was that. I failed that class. No choice. All right. So what do you think? Good enough to send it? I can drop the Y a little bit so it's more centered on the screen. I can add a little bit of like can justify it a little bit more right. What was the paper about? Good question. So I went to university for a major in criminology with a minor in psychology, mostly because I just didn't want to be a mechanic anymore. I'm pretty sure it was a criminology paper. I just don't remember what it was. This was a while ago. I went in 2013 and I was there for 5 years, and I had to quit when I got my job as a mechanic or as a professor of auto mechanics. It was way too much. Let's go 68 plus 5 is 73. 73. Oh yeah, and there's something I want to do too. I want to clear display and then display and the setup. Begin display dot clear display. Is that that? Is that how you do it? Clear display and then display dot display remove the garbage data from the buffer. Display and empty. I think as an adult now, I would do. I was an adult then too, but I think now I would be able to do it easier. But I think the big issue was my procrastination problems. That was the biggest problem I had. And like going to class, ugh, some subjects I didn't really care for. Highly sensitive person, so you can have a panic attack from nowhere. Well, that's not good. Okay, so I can't put it aside by 5. So I have to go by 2, remove 3, 71, 2, remove 3, 92. Because now the A is off screen. I will add a little bit to the Y though. Take 10, 10, 43, 43. Just tuning the code a little bit. It's not it's just for presentation. Oh, I need to add a space there too. Well, hopefully those of you that have anxiety are comfortable in this stream. All are welcome in this stream. Okay, I think I got it now. Let's see the final result. Webcam. There we go. A little bit more centered. And it's not, I think the big thing is it's not garbage display when you first turn it on. It doesn't like do the weird static. If someone wants to make me a splash screen like Adafruit does, that'd be great. But I don't know if I have the ability. Easier to avoid when you know you have it and how it starts. Yes, that is very true. Very true when you live in a shoe. All right, what is next? Our box is 42% done, but the percentage on 3D printing is weird. It's not related to much. It's related to like how many height layers have been done. When clearly we've got much less printing in the height than we do in the rest. But we're getting there. So we need to go up to a Z height of, I don't remember, 28. And we are at Z height 13. So, but all the bottom stuff is the more difficult stuff to do. Okay, where do we go? I think you have to get the library to change the splash screen. Universal Solder did it on one of their demo programs. Well, no, so you can just write bits directly to the buffer. Adafruit, on their example, they have the Adafruit logo show up, and that's just made with like hex bits, essentially, written to the display. So this is finished as far as I understand. So we can save that. Control S. Oh wait, I want to add a little bit of text at the beginning. Star this code is a combination of this code will grab sensor data from the EMP280 in I2C mode and display it on a SSD 1306 and 28 by 64 I2C OLED. This has been tested on RP 2040 0 on 02 09 2025 and was working as intended. This code is written by Dan from the Simple Electronics YouTube channel and is mostly a mashup of examples, library examples, and has been over commented to be beginner friendly for all to use. This code is fully open. The code contributed it was not in the main code. Interesting. www.youtube.com/simple-electronics. Contributed by Dan is open source. I'm trying to make a header to go for all my code. Let's see, which open source license is the most open? MIT license. MIT open source license. Okay, good. Source under the MIT license. However, the libraries retain their own licensing. There we go. Just so I have boilerplate. That doesn't seem like licensing. Must be an S. Seven more things to sort. Almost done. What are you sorting? Yeah, Franco, that's what we were discussing earlier. If I could just put some code in it, but I mean, in the end, it doesn't really affect me. It's a little vain, and to be honest, most of this work I didn't. Most of this work I didn't do. Most of it is libraries. More, my contribution is the. Oh, nice. My contribution is the. Yes, I agree. It would look cool. My contribution is the text, essentially. Okay, so that one's done. We're at 62% on the print. I'm going to send you on the naughty chair so I can open up my next one. Oh wait, I should put the pinouts. Hold on a sec. Pinout. PMP 0. VCC. VCC. Volts. RP 2040. Zeros. Internal regulator. GND, ground. Have a bunch of chips put back. 2 don't work, don't remember which ones. Wow. Pin on P2040 0. SCL. I never remember which frickin' pin is my clock. My clock is orange and is on pin 5. Pin 5. Yes, pin 5. SCL. GP5. Default STA GP4 default OLED I mean, I do the exact same thing, Joe. I think that's it. Okay. What just happened? I went Control S and it crashed. Okay, well, anyways. So that's good, that's good. All right, open recent Dallas. So I'll take this guy and yeet it over there. Take this guy and yeet it over here. So essentially, I can just copy this stuff directly. So that's why I spent time doing it. So now I can just do this. Sentence data from a Dallas uh, 18B20 C mode and display it. This has been tested as intended. There we go. Okay. $18B20. Let me see here. And so there we go. Failed kits you hope to troubleshoot one day. Okay, so let's bring up 18B20. Ground data VCC. Ground data VCC. Pin 1, pin 1, Z, V. The hell happened there? Cut. Okay. Pin 2, pin 3 equals pin 2 equals GP. Which GPIO did I use again? DHT0. The DAL pin. One, two, three. GP3. GP3. Four LED projects to do. Can't really be bothered to do them. Interesting. I love LED projects. Okay, OLED doesn't change. Note. A pull up. Give me a second. What? 18B20 data sheet. There should be a there we go. Pull up 4.7K ohm resistor. Well, a 4.7K pull up resistor might be needed on GP3. Wait, is it GP3? GP0, 1, 2, 3. Yes, GP3. The one I tested had one built into the module. Four globes of broken LED lights. I want to put different colored LED in each one with its own resistors. They're all the same brightness at 5 volts. I mean, that sounds like fun. Oh, you haven't listened to last week's podcast. I don't know if it did well, to be honest. I had a guest in mind, and I didn't ask them. So, yeah. I think the worst part of YouTube, of the podcast, is reaching out to people, because it's a pain in the butt to schedule time with people and explain to them that we're using Discord and whatever. It did okay. It didn't do super well. All right, so that's good. Oh. No. One wire mode and display it with its one wire protocol. OLED, this has been tested. RP0 is working as intended. It's good. Oh, what the? Yeah, yes is like edging out. I forgot about the poll. I'll let people vote in the poll if they want. I also hate Discord, but it's such a necessary evil. Like what else are you going to use? Skype? What am I, 60? 80? I have to be careful what I say in here. There are some 60s in here. Okay, so for my OLED stuff, all right. GFX, yeah. I guess I should. Styling library for OLED. Skype is dead now. Oh, okay, yeah, true. Can't use Discord, says your account is in use. Just make a new account. They're free. OLED stuff. End of OLED stuff. Good. Comma really should be there. – 94% on the enclosure, by the way. Start of the Dallas stuff. And define the pin. Dallas Sensors data pin is connected to. Yep. Pin GP3. Too much screen on screen at once, yeah. You try again with it, but it bothers you. It beeps at you, and I don't know why. Yeah, so it's, oh man, it took me a while to tune the Discord settings for sure. Devices. Pass or unwire reference to the Dallas temperature library. Okay, that's good. Setup. Yeah, I want to add this. Control that. Okay. Yeah, just make a new account. Your account's probably bugged. Discord is still very, very young. All right, so let's put a delay Okay. Get the Celsius temperature data. Okay. Request temperature data from all your. So the thing is, at some point here we say we only have one, right? The sensor. From the sensors. %96 on the Voron print, by the way. Create a variable called temp C and request temperature data in Celsius and store it in temp C from the first sensor, position 0, stored in temp C. There we go. To 1 pixel scale for larger text. Oh, it finished. Let's go back over to the webcam. Nope, second cam. Go, let's see if we can fix this. There we go. It's done. All right, I test things. Have a good sleep. So let's grab this. This is going to be hot. It's going to burn my fingies. The heated bed is at 80 degrees. So I'm just going to hold it here while I switch the camera. So, there she blows. So this will be the size of my unified sensors. So this printed, we printed this at the shittiest settings possible, so it'd finish soonest. So here's how you remove it. I'm gonna try, burning my fingies. You just go like that. Off it comes. A little bit of red on the bottom from a previous print. She's looking good. Very little goobers. It is PETG, so there are some goobers. Super solid, even though we printed this in the shittiest settings. This is super solid. Now the question is, hang on, let me. Oh wait, the camera's still on. Don't need that. Bye bye. Looks bigger on the camera, for sure. There we go. Got a little bit of frass off of it. Okay, so yeah, kind of small, which is good. So that'll fit. So you see a PCB will fit in there with a little bit of space for me to offset the lid into it. This isn't the right size, But you can see it's almost the size of my 1, 2, 3 block. It's almost exactly. So it'll be this big, and then it'll sit on a DIN rail. And the new OLEDs are going to be bigger than, about twice the size of this. But what's nice is that you can fit 2 of these OLEDs side by side. So you see? And this, I made it 20 mils. Doesn't have to be 20 mils. But I made it 20 mils so that it'll be deep enough there. So you could put your project on pin headers and still have it in there. So it'll be useful because with the DHT project, I'll be able to put the DHT underneath and put boards or whatever. You know what? I like it just because it's a chunky thing that lets me hold down stuff, but also I'll be able to square up my gantry and stuff on 3D printer builds. So I'm pretty happy with this. It's a bit too tall because we made the base too thick, like much too thick. So this is, yeah, 28 millimeters. Look how accurate my Voron is, depending on how you measure it. So 20 millimeters, but this height is 23. So we got a 5 millimeter base. That's going to be a little bit shorter than this. It's called a 1, 2, 3 block because it is 1 inch by 2 inches by 3 inches. That's why. Okay, and then the goal also is I'll have holes in the bottom, and those holes will mount onto a DIN rail mount, and I should be able to have wires pass through to have little contacts, so this will touch the DIN rail, or use these things another maker sent me. These are pogo pins. You can use that as well. Something to connect it to a rail. And the goal is you're just going to snap that into the rail and then you'll have your instrumentation. But if you think about it, like I'll have, like already, so 3 things. So I2C, temperature, who knows what else, current sensor. So you can see like I'll have lots of space to have lots of things. And then I'm going to make little half-size units. Yeah, I want a corn dog too. Half-size units for like power in and power out, so you can power another rail by a USB-C cable. I think it's going to be a cool ecosystem. It's not going to be fancy like Gridfinity is for like storage stuff, but I mean, I think it's going to be great. You're going to make a power rail system. The other thing is I will make everything open source, and will make my footprint for the cutout available so that if people want to make their own modules, they can just use my cutout in KiCad, and any module they make, I can order and add to my suite, my software suite, my whatever suite. Pogos have ups and downs. That's what, for the college, we went often to trade shows to attract students to the trade. And someone was asking about other trades, like should they go into be an electrician or an elevator tech. I said elevator tech is interesting, but it's got its ups and downs. And then I was saying if you go into HVAC, that industry can be hot and cold. just my way to entertain myself. Yeah, brand of corn dog. When I used to work in a grocery store, I used to work in the deli. So I think this is just the right size for these inserts, by the way. Anyways, I used to work in a grocery store, and I used to work in the deli. We had a deep fryer to make fries, chips for you, Franco. And someone from another department once bought a box of Pogos, corn dogs, and they came into our department, and without asking, they just threw it in the basket and threw it in the oil, and he said it was the best thing he's ever eaten. So a frozen corn dog, but except deep fried instead of our regular method, which was oven, or my method, because I was lazy, was just to put it in the microwave. Okay, so I'm happy with this aside from the thickness. Especially hot and cold on the freaking rooftop fixing things for hours. Yeah, for sure. All right. So here's the question. Do you want me to struggle with FreeCAD? Or would you like for me to fix the code? They both need to be done. So it's up to you. Let me end this poll. I'm going to start a new poll. Better, more entertaining. What should I do next? Keep designing in FreeCAD. Fix code up. Start poll. You used to eat corn dogs when you lived in New Zealand. They were deep fried too. Yeah, when you buy them from a vendor, they're deep fried, but when you buy them from the grocery store, they ain't. Actually, while the poll goes, I think I'm gonna take a coffee break. This is my third coffee, so this will be my fourth coffee. I really shouldn't. It's not very healthy to drink that much coffee, but I'm exhausted today. Are you gonna Zoom or not? There we go. Jeez Christ, was that so difficult? You ever bought one at at the fair or whatever? I did when I was a kid, back when stuff was affordable. All right, be right back with my coffee. And I'm back. All right, so I think next step is to make a basic lid for this. Also, I'm gonna want to cut out the USB here in the back, but I'm gonna cut it in a slot. So essentially, no matter where you set this height-wise, you'll be able to get it out of here. So let's actually do that. One last modification is to cut the slot for the USB. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And then let's go on to designing a lid, just a basic lid. And I'll leave the Voron running because essentially I'm going to design a simple lid and test print it. So that's 10 millimeters. But never go too exact because you probably want the length of this. So 10.6. Let's go 12 millimeter slot. Get enough slop there. I might just make an exact slot, but that'll be for a different day. Okay, so switching to the screen. I'm going to save this. I am going to save this. All right, so here we go. Let's make the slot now. So let's go, oh, other way. Grab this plane and make a sketch. Just got to make sure I'm in the right, yeah. Okay. So we're already fixed the bottom. The bottom is 2 millimeters now instead of 5. 5 was way too much. So we have our sketch. I will project our edges. There we go, that's projected on. Right click to get rid of the tool. And now we want a center, not a center rectangle, we want a rectangle. So now our whole height is 20 mils from bottom to the top edge. So we'll probably want 18, so 12 by 18. Yeah, 12 by 18. And then we're going to want to oh yeah, symmetry. Here, here to the center. That's good. Our height. Let's go, so the 2 mil of the base. 2 millimeters from the base, but let's add 2 millimeters. We'll go, no, not 2 millimeters, 1 millimeter, so 3 millimeters from the base. We are now fully constrained. So we can close this. Our sketch is still selected, and we're going to pocket. And the pocket depth, that'll be plenty. So there we go. Looney Tunes, yeah. Okay, so that should be good enough to put our USB cable through. That's good. We also probably want to fillet the sides before we make the top, so that we have a standard fillet. So if we do the filleting tool, one, two, three, four, and then a radius. Look what 3 mils look like. Okay. I think 3 millimeters is fine. They're gonna butt up against each other, so you can't make it too big. Let's try 4. Let's try 4. I think 4 looks better. Okay, 4 millimeter fillet. That works for me. Okay, so there's the fillet. Okay, so now, new body. It's this one. Create body. Let me just, can you add a description? I don't remember how to add a description. Yeah, whatever. Okay, so this is the current. So if we make a new body, there's a new body, rename it. Basic, let's go top, basic, like that. Okay. And then you see how it's bold? That means it's our active body. And go make a new, if I click this, still not our active body, but I make a new sketch. Okay. Okay, here we go. We've got a copy of this thing to make our sketch on. And now we're going to get our external geometry. Oh, I don't think you can. Can you? Yes, you can. Why won't you let me? What the hell? OBS had a... OBS just coughed. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to back way up. I'll do the fillets independently after. All right. So let's try this again. Oh. By the way, 5 minutes ETA. I'll finish so I can go make some food for Vero and me. Decided, well, she's done early enough that I think I'm just gonna go eat with her when she gets home. Okay, so nobody's chatting, but I'm pretty sure I'm back. It says I'm back. Okay, so let's try this again. So this is our active thing. I'm gonna make a new body, rename top basic. Okay, top basic, create a sketch. again, cancel. I'm going to grab this and create a sketch. Independent copy. Sketch. Can I bring over trying to finish your sorting? So I can't seem to bring over this geometry. Might have to look at better. Huh. Okay, so we got this. Can I add a new to this? No. So I might have to just remake it. Which I don't think is a job for today. Might have to just rebuild it and rebuild it from scratch. Which is not hard. I mean, it's simple geometry. But again, this is a place where Fusion is just way better. Like, way better. You can, though, take this, change the material. So let's see. Plastic. So, plastic, copper. That looks horrible. Steel. There we go. PET. I should be able to edit on top, but it is what it is. And then view. Can I do a render? I'll have to do more work on it anyways to see how to make multi-body parts work together. I feel like I did do that, but I don't know. Like if I grab this, can I like make a pad? 10 mils. Taper angle, yeah, see, it doesn't let me just make a new part based on the pad. Oh well, it's fine. I'll do more work on it. More work on my skills. But anyways, we're gonna end it here because I'm going to make some food for Vero and I. So thank you all for being here. I will order the circuit boards today. Well, they're going to be ordered tonight when PCBWay is going to be in office, essentially. And then, yeah, we'll get them probably early next week. Hopefully enough time to make the videos. And yeah, we'll see. So tomorrow, definitely no stream. I'm working tomorrow. However, probably Thursday. Anyways, see you guys. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to my main channel, Simple Electronics, and make sure to go on my socials and share your success stories and retweet mine. Thanks, everyone.